The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd. First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on second down. Or they'll find Swift out of the backfield. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, or he lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. That is man complete over the middle. It's Mullins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
The kick is good. Makes the score Bills 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
32 yards.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Swift. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
To throw on 2nd down. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Play action. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A young
quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Bill.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Allen going to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He corrects.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
To number 28.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
The extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he stopped immediately there.
Ray Swift.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's Caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Darren Lee, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. That's out to the left and complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll make it 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. And he's got Lockett. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's right with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st down, Buffalo.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. but that's one step in the proper direction.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll try the option on 3rd down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Second and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
He looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Or escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here, this Hammond's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
To throw on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. His pass is intercepted for a fourth time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has.
It's caught inside the 25. Way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Bills 28, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wins at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. Here's Swift. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, Allen left side, complete. It's Bishop. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, Orr sliding out of the pocket. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Looking to throw on second down. Orr, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the gun. My goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll try the left side. Bishop. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Allen's throw is complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position, When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Lions, nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing on first down. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Well, nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage, and we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On 3rd down. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Well, this has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
To throw on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, Defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mullins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Line number 11.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
And here's Allen to run with it.
Breaks a tackle. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Allen going to keep it again.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Wide open receiver, complete. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still significant.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
On first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Once again, it's Swift.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nelson's got it here right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 3rd down. He lets it fly for Lockett. Able to connect. Incomplete. Well, give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
8-yard pickup.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing now is Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to number 28. 1-yard gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
Then on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.